This will be a day long remembered. Now I am the master.
Welcome to another episode of Legends and Theories, and welcome to my review of Young Justice Phantom's The Odyssey of Death. This is the 21st episode of the season, and I am sorry if there are some odd cuts in this video. I have a cold. You can't really hear it in my voice, but I've been having a cough, so in case while I have to start coughing, I'm gonna pause the video, and there might be a little bit of an odd change in audio, but hopefully that doesn't happen. And starting with this episode, we get a pretty big series of events happening. The finish off of the Rocket arc, and it seems the setup of a Nightwing one, and it seems that it's going to be very different to what we've been thinking. It will tie into the final storyline, and seems that we may not be seeing the Under the Red Hood / Son of Batman storyline, but I will talk about that at the end of the video. And starting off with this episode, we get to see a few major things that happen, including the fact that Zod is nearly released from the Phantom Zone, the destruction of the Phantom Zone projector, the death of one of the Green Lanterns, I believe his name is Tomar Ray, and finally we get to see just so much more crazy stuff with just little changes in it, and taking a look at the secondary storyline of this. Initially the third storyline, but it's a brief one that does go to set up the next arc. And with it, we see that Zatanna is looking to see where the spirit of Superboy is, and that no one is able to go and find where it is because they still believe he is dead. Although we do know that he has been trapped inside the Phantom Zone. And Zatanna realizes that he has to be alive since some of the most powerful mystical forces on Earth, including a Lord of Order, are not able to go and find where Superboy's spirit is. So once she knows she has to get a detective to go and find where Superboy is. And with it, we know that she's going to someone in the Bat family. And I think it could go one of two ways, with her going to Nightwing to ask him to investigate, or she goes to Batman and Nightwing takes up his role in Gotham City, and we could get the storyline that we were expecting with Nightwing, with Son of Batman / Under the Red Hood being tackled, as we get another storyline as Batman investigates where Superboy is. I think that could be the better storyline to go with, since Batman is the world's greatest detective, and we could see him also working with some fun characters like Detective Chimp and a few other of DC's great detectives. But they could go the other way, and either way they go, I think it will be interesting to see. And I want to know specifically which way you think they're going to go with that. Moving on to really the second big plot line, since the other two are major plots, and with this, we get to see the continuation of the Superboy and the Phantom Zone storyline, and him trying to save Zod, who he thinks is being taken away, but Zod wants to escape. And unknowingly, he has protected the universe just for a little longer. And with this, they also have awakened Phantom Girl But I'll go back to that as I look at the main storyline. And in the main storyline, we get to see as Metron goes and gets all the forces of New Genesis, the Justice Leaguers, and Green Lanterns that are there to go and prevent the Phantom Zone projector from being used. And with there being a large battle going on, we get to see many things that are pretty intense, including the battle between Zod, Mantis, and Malafak as they try to take out the members of the League, Green Lantern Corps, and Orion. And with this, they are able to awaken a powerful entity that starts shooting fire into the air that will destroy the atmosphere of New Genesis. And Tomar-Ray, not wanting to repeat what happened to Krypton, sacrifices himself to go and redirect all the energy to go into the air. Since Zod, trying to distract Jay Garrick from preventing the Phantom Zone projector being opened, goes and basically shoots at Tomar-Ray, and since he doesn't have enough willpower to both protect himself from the blast and save the world, he sacrifices himself, saving the planet. At this point, the two foragers are together being tortured, and the female forager, showing great willpower, trying to escape, becomes a Green Lantern, and she wants to go off and become a Green Lantern, but will stay in a relationship with Forager. At the same time, Rocket and Orion are trapped together inside of a mental prison created by Malafak, and while this is going on, they think that things are basically doomed as she is being convinced to keep Orion a prisoner. But with her own experiences and just truly seeing Orion as a person, she's able to let him go, and they're able to break through the mental prison that he has set up. They escape, and finally, the final members of the Legion of Superheroes come to destroy the Phantom Zone projector with Bart, and while there, Saturn Girl is able to sense that both Superboy and Phantom Girl are trapped in the Phantom Zone. She awakens Phantom Girl, who will likely be able to get Superboy out, although I'm not 100% sure why they're also setting up the storyline for them trying to discover Superboy. But so it is going to be interesting to see where this goes, because they have also been taken captive by Zod and basically will not be able to go and help them immediately, but Superboy will be escaping from the Phantom Zone very soon. And we know that Phantom Girl is not going to be letting Zod out because she knows what Zod does in the future. And we know that she hasn't suffered any of the Phantom Zone sickness yet. But so it's going to be interesting to see what happens. And Superboy, I think, when it gets released, will initially have problems with his memory, but either Saturn Girl and or Miss Martian will be able to go and restore his mind. This is going to be very interesting, and I also wonder how some of these people will react when they learn Superboy may be alive. And I think that's another reason that Zatanna might go to Batman, since Batman's far better at containing his emotions and dealing with loss, and she may not want to get the hopes of Nightwing up. So Batman will just say that there's something he has to do to protect his adopted son. And at the same time, we will be able to see him investigate, but still, I think it could go either way. And it will be interesting to see. And the final thing I do want to mention before I finish this up is how this timeline is being so messed up, since now the future will never exist that Lord Zod came from, since the Phantom Zone projector has been destroyed. So I think that is really interesting, but also looking at it, there's probably a few other things that could move on when you're looking at it, because also the Legion of Superheroes is disconnected from their timeline. And they said since they were there when Zod went back in time that they are immune from timeline changes. And so is Zod, because now the version of him will never exist. And he, I think, made a mistake, because if he did nothing, he would have just been able to go and make changes to the timeline and then go back to the future and live with basically another version of himself. But now he has made perhaps too many mistakes, and now Zod will once again be defeated, and it's all his son's fault for being a little too desperate to have his father's rule start even earlier, even though he has a time machine. But yeah, I want to know what you think. Let me know in the comments, and I'll see you all in the next episode of Legends and Theories. Thank you for watching this episode of Legends and Theories. Please subscribe, like the video, share the video, leave a comment, check out the video on screen, and may the Force be with you.